Hi everyone, so a short video on how you reference. We have been sending emails about referencing and making sure your content has been referenced for some time. I know some of you have followed that, some of you haven't. We have added the reference section to the bottom of the template as a reminder if you're creating new notes, new resources. But if you have a note that's got content already and you wanted to add a reference to it, here's the process. So I'm in my resource, I click on it, it opens up, here's my note, okay, I need the reference section. So what I do is I click edit, and I want my reference section to go at the bottom. So I'm going to put the mouse, click in there, and then tab the arrow to the right, click enter, so my mouse cursor is below the table. Go advanced, and just add a horizontal line. That just divides the section. So I'll enter a couple of spaces and tab up, type references, and I'll make it bold so it stands out a little. References. And then I'll enter. And there's different ways to reference. So, for example, some of you enter your reference like this. This is the Harvard style, and some of you may be familiar with that. Some of you have never heard of it, which is perfectly fine. How to reference a resource. So, there's two videos here. They have been added to the email. This one you should certainly have seen, how to reference a website.
To reference a website, you will again need to gather the information you need first. You need to know the person or organization who wrote or created the web page, the year the web page was created or last updated, and the title of the web page. You may also need to identify the organization responsible for the website and the place where the organization is located. You must have the full URL. Begin your reference with the creator. Often, this is an organization. Then, the year the page was created or last updated. Sometimes the year is given at the bottom of the web page. Don't worry if you can't find the year. Just use N full stop, D full stop, which stands for no date. Follow this with a comma, the title of the web page in italics, and another comma. Next, the organization responsible for the website. If this is the same as the author, you can leave it out. Then, a comma, and the place where the organization is located. If this is not clear, leave this out too. Then, a comma, viewed, and the date you access the website. This is written as a day, month in full, year. The reason we include this information is in case the website content changes between the time you viewed it and the time the person reading your work looks at it. Then a final comma and the URL in angled brackets. Then full stop. Follow this format to reference a YouTube video. If you're referencing a blog or a podcast, the rules are slightly different, so check the Harvard UTS referencing guide.
Okay, so that's a recap of the video that you would have seen. And here is, for some of you, when you're referencing from a book, here's a little excerpt from this video.
For a book reference, you must include the following information: the author or editor, year of publication, book title, its edition, volume number, place of publication, and publisher. Use the Harvard referencing method to reference this way, taking note of the order of the information and the punctuation used.
So, in general, you're putting down your information. Some of you may have it in a slightly different format. Some of you may have it correct. You're not submitting a thesis, so but it's good to get into correct practice. So if you have put in the author, put in the book, put in the publisher, put in the edition, put in maybe where it's from, and that's perfectly fine. Just so long as wherever you've taken the image from or whomever you've taken the content from is correctly referenced or clearly referenced, then that is fine, so long as it's attributable to them. Okay, any questions, then just as usual, reach out to us and we'll give you a hand. These 2 videos, I'll just pop into the WhatsApp group so you can have them. They've been on the email circulating, but we'll just reshare them as we do periodically. All right, guys, thanks for your time.